By the way, I have talked about the Pac-12 on and off whenever I get information. You know, who's leaving, who's staying, who's going to join, who's not, everything that's sort of gone on. So there's a fascination I have. Love the Pac-12, love those football rivalries there, but say goodbye to the artist formerly known as the Pac-12 with USC and UCLA. And I thought San Diego State all along was going to join. I thought it made sense. I was told by a source, you got to have a team in Southern California. That would be San Diego State. SMU was another school that I was told because then you had at least roots in Texas. And it's about, the game of geography with a lot of these conferences. They want to own states. The SEC, I was told if they expanded, Central Florida would be, one of those schools. So you hear a lot of things because college football is in a state of flux. And I keep waiting for the Pac-12 to tell me something that moves their conference forward or just moves it. And their commissioner, George Kliavkoff, he met with the media, and he had this to say about, are they going to get a TV deal?
I know there's been never-ending speculation about the timing of our media deals, but in the end, we're on track to announce our deals at about the same time as everyone would have anticipated and predicted before the news of conference realignment. The Pac-12 Board of Directors has met regularly throughout the process, and this commitment and patience will be rewarded with an announcement in the near future.
Okay. Now, I'm assuming there's a journalist who's going to raise his hand and say the following.
You just said you're not announcing a deal today on purpose because you want the attention to be on football.
Yep.
To be clear, that would imply that the deal is done and just you're waiting until after today.
I think you're reading too much into that.
So then what is the purpose behind not announcing something, which is what you just said?
We want to have the focus on football today. We have an incredibly good football story to tell, and we want that to be the focus today.
Okay, I applaud the journalist who did, the follow-up question is legit and fair. Hey, we got a deal. We don't want to announce it today because we want it to be on football. Well, you know what? The TV deal is about football. It's about letting people see your football, seeing these teams, seeing these stars, seeing, these rivalries. So do you have a TV deal? That would have been my question. Because that commissioner didn't sound too confident about all of this. Felt like he was reading from something, a statement, and this should be about concentrating on football today. So you got a TV deal, but you're not going to announce it on purpose because you want the focus to be on football. If you want to get some media attention, announcing your TV deal will get you some attention. But by not announcing it, what are we going to talk about? Caleb Williams, okay. What else? This is late July, Commissioner. Now's when you want to get some headlines, get a little momentum. Do you have a TV deal? Is it a TV deal that is same as the Live Tour, where you go and it's on the CW, and you're like, I can get it when I go to the gas station on the monitor there. Hey, I got the Pac-12 network there.
Yikes.
You still have USC and UCLA. I still want to see those teams. But that, to me, was a little cringeworthy there. Give us something to work with here. Yeah, Paul?
The Pac-12, the past 5 years, I mean, this is obvious. It's been brutal. They've had the entire night of college football to themselves, the late night to themselves, and they didn't maximize it. Guys like you, East Coasters, we step and watch those games. Yeah. They don't lose us. The Pac-12 has just been very wonky the past 5 years.
We say, yeah, they just, it's like they had their head in the sand, and then they were going to wait, and then they were going to come up and say, all right, what's going on? What's happening? And they look around, they go, oh, my God. Everybody else is looking at expansion. Everybody else is moving forward. Business, big business, and that's what it is. But you can't lose UCLA and USC. You just can't. I mean, that's the death of the Pac-12. And now you're going to bring in SMU and maybe eventually San Diego State, or, they may look at what they have and go, do we want to join that? Years ago, remember when Texas was going to join the Pac-12? Or at least there was talk for that. And I thought, all right. And all of a sudden, SEC and Big Ten, You start gobbling up schools, and then there's nothing left.